A vibrant tropical landscape filled with sandy beaches and exotic marine life, Aquatica Orlando offers a splash-tastic experience for all ages, with adrenaline-inducing thrills from its raft rides, drop slides, and its $30 locker fees. Hi, I'm the Frugal Brit, and for this video I'll be providing an overview of Aquatica Orlando, covering all slides and attractions. Before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on future Orlando vacation content. I'll start by answering the question in the thumbnail. Aquatica Orlando is a family-friendly water park owned and operated by SeaWorld Parks Entertainment, situated adjacent to the SeaWorld Orlando and Discovery Cove parks on International Drive, and spans 59 acres, themed to the South Pacific, featuring a variety of water attractions including slides, wave pools, lazy rivers, and encounters with marine life, boasting a new attraction every year which guests can enjoy on a single-day ticket that ranges between $47.99 and $60 depending on crowd levels. I'll leave all the boring information on tickets, upgrades, and hidden charges in the video description. For the remainder of this video, I'll take you guys on a tour of all the attractions at Aquatica Orlando and rank them all in terms of their intensity, so I'll cover these in reverse order, ending with the most thrilling slides. At number 15 is the Loggerhead Lane Lazy River, which travels through multiple attractions located near the front of the park. When travelling from the entrance bridge, you'll enjoy wide views of the meandering waterway through its vibrant tropical scenery. Inside the water, a gentle current will propel guests in their tubes around this tropical paradise through waterfalls and tunnels. Fairly modest in size if being compared to the ones at Volcano Bay and the Disney World water parks. But unlike those, you'll travel through a Commerce and Dolphins exhibit, as well as a beautiful aquarium filled with tropical fish, the perfect place to unwind in the park when it's not too busy. Next at 14 is CUTBACK Cove and Big Surf Shores. These are the names of the two wave pools located next to each other towards the top of the park. First up when travelling from the entrance is CUTBACK Cove, the narrower and deeper of the two at up to 6.5 feet, and produces strong waves as a result, so life jackets are recommended. On the other side of the rockwork is the wider Big Surf Shores, which is less intense and often closed during the slower seasons. Facing the sandy shores of both pools is Aquatica's main beach, with a huge number of lounge chairs, as well as some premium shaded lounges and private cabanas that offer a number of perks, which I'll link to in the video description. You may also catch some guests working on their volleyball skills. For number 13, we have the all-new TURI'S Kid Cove water adventure attraction that opened earlier this year, featuring tipping buckets, watering palms, spraying jets, water bubbles, and a brand new kids slide. For those visiting with younger kids, you may want to head to the lockers and lounge chairs adjacent to this attraction. Number 12 is WALKABOUT Waters, the other kids' play area, which covers 15,000 square feet, located over to the east of the park map. It features a towering 60-foot tall colourful rain fortress filled with connecting bridges, slides, ladders, water jets, fountains, giant tipping buckets, everything you'd need to keep the kids occupied, with more options here for the kids compared to Volcano Bay. Next is ROA'S Rapids at 11, where things start to get a bit more intense. This is the park's crazy river, located right in the centre of the park. It has two different openings, one near the main beach and the other a short walk from WALKABOUT Waters. This is a faster, more aggressive version of a lazy river, where racing rapids send you down wild white waters featuring geysers, speed zones, centre islands, all surrounded by dense tropical foliage. Be sure to hang on to the right-hand side if you want to go the fastest. At the centre of this river is an island that features a handful of private cabanas to rent for a hefty fee. But something that does not require a hefty fee is hitting the like and subscribe button to support the channel so you never miss out on future guide videos. The 10th attraction is Reef Plunge, Aquatica's updated signature slide, located near the entrance and built over the Loggerhead Lane Lazy River. The attraction's tower, with its giant Aquatica logo, is one of the first things to grab your attention when entering the park. Once inside, you'll get a look of its two enclosed body slides. This attraction was formerly known as Dolphin Plunge and was marketed as allowing guests to slide down through a dolphin tank. It has since been remarketed as Reef Plunge, taking the emphasis away from the dolphins. At the top of the tower, you'll find some of the best views of the park. Following the revamp, the upper portion of the slide now features fiberglass sections with translucent silhouettes of different marine life. There's also some ring elements which give you the illusion that you're sliding faster than you are. As with the previous version, the highlight of the experience is being able to zoom down the transparent tubes through Aquatica's dynamic reef habitat filled with commerce and dolphins, leopard sharks, sardines and other cold water fish. Unfortunately, it is pretty difficult to get a good look of the animals at this speed. Only when you artificially slow it down can you get a half-decent view. Another change they made to this slide was to remove the splashdown pool, which I understand has allowed them to lower the minimum height requirement. If you didn't manage to get a good look at the marine life whilst travelling through the reef, then if you head over the bridge, you can get a good look at the attraction's aquatic wonders, as well as the riders sliding through. You can also catch a couple training sessions a few times in the day. Next at 9 is the RIPTIDE Race 2-person raft slide, located on the far southwest corner of the park, still relatively new, having opened in March 2021. Standing 68 feet tall, the world's tallest dueling racer slide, which pits teams against each other in a fast-paced splash to the finish line. At the top of the tower, you'll grab a 2-person raft before racing through 650 feet of slide with low walls, so you can keep an eye on your rivals as you dash through high-speed tunnels, twists and turns before a high-speed splash into the finish line. My 8th most thrilling attraction goes to WALHALLA Wave, located over to the far east of the map, above Walkabout Waters and sharing a tower with the Ray Rush slide. This is a 4-person family thrill ride located at the top of a 6-storey tower, one that'll send you and up to 3 other riders zooming through a maze of twists, turns and pitch black tunnels, showers, before bursting you back into daylight. Next, for number 7, are the WHANAU Way raft slides over on the complete opposite side of the park, around the corner from Reef Plunge. This attraction features 4 separate raft experiences, each with their own distinct colours. They'll send you through twisting tunnels, ending with 2 high-speed drops, separated by a flat spot, before you're thrown out onto the water. For number 6 is OMAKA ROCKA, which casts a shadow over WHANAU Way's splash pool, so we won't need to travel far. Its eye-catching architecture stands out from the crowd with its 3 giant funnels attached to each of its slides. The park's only raft designed for single riders, which you'll access from the same loading tower as WHANAU Way. Right out of the chute, riders are propelled towards its first half-pipe funnel, which sloshes riders up the walls, creating an open-air feel with water spraying from all directions. Following the 3rd funnel, the ride ends with an extended corkscrew portion that builds speed before the final splashdown. The 5th most intense slide goes to KareKare Curl, which means wave in Maori, and opened in April 2019, a short walk away from our previous 2 slides. The journey begins at the top of its 50-foot loading tower, where you can get a glimpse of some popular SeaWorld attractions off in the distance. Riders are sent down the tunnel in their 5-person rafts before being catapulted up a 35-foot curved wall for an adrenaline-inducing brief moment of weightlessness, which feels extra intense when approaching the wall backwards. You'll eventually slide back down the wall and through one last tube, splashing into the catch pool. At number 4 is TASSIE'S Twisters, so we'll head back towards the entrance of the park for one of Aquatica's more unique attractions and one of my favourites. It sits in the middle of the Loggerhead Lane lazy river, easily identified by its striped green and yellow colour scheme. The only way to access it is to walk over to the island inside before climbing the tower to board a translucent 2-person raft. Riders are sent down one of 2 of its funnel-like slides at high speeds, plunged into a giant bowl where you'll spin around multiple times, where the anticipation builds for the eventual descent, which more often than not will send you down backwards out into the lazy river. It doesn't have a big drop like KareKare Curl, but the backwards portion can be quite unsettling, but in a fun way. For number 3, we have the TAUMATA Racer Mat Slide on the other side of the park, above Walkabout Waters and WALHALLA Wave, named after a famous hill in New Zealand, the short version at least. One of the most eye-catching attractions in Aquatica, the adventure begins by picking up a mat from the mat bin before making your way towards the tower, which holds 8 colourful slides that received a much-needed repaint last year. At the tower's summit, you'll enjoy another impressive vista of the surrounding Orlando area before hopping headfirst onto your mats with 7 other riders who you'll be racing for an enclosed 180-degree swooping turn, followed by an incredibly steep hill drop. At the end of the run-out, you'll check who clocked the fastest time. Whilst we're in the area, I did want to briefly mention one of the more popular dining options at Aquatica, which is the Mango Market, serving sandwiches, salads, loaded fries, chicken tenders, hot dogs. It specialises in its buffalo chicken fries. There are, of course, many other dining options at Aquatica, including the larger Waterstone grill near the front of the park. Unfortunately, a lot of the dining choices are only open seasonally, so I found them quite hard to curate if I'm being honest, but I will leave a link to all the dining options in the video description, as well as info on Aquatica's all-day dining deal. The second best thrills come from the action-packed Ray Rush raft slide, which opened in 2018, located on the far east of the park, sharing the same 60-foot tower with WALHALLA Wave. To ensure you end up on the correct side, be sure to head to the left. Then at the top, friends and family enter the 6-person raft with riders launched with powerful jets using the same technology found at Volcano Bay's Krakatoa Aquacoaster. You're then taken for a spin through a giant translucent sphere, rocking back and forth as waves of water swirl around you. Finally, riders drop into the attraction's signature element, an open-air half-pipe that resembles the shape of a manta ray, later entering another enclosed tube with translucent rings allowing the sun to create a cool LED effect, ending up with a trip through a shower finish line at the splash pool. So IHU'S Breakaway Falls gets the top spot for the most thrilling attraction, located right at the top of the park next to the wave pools. Since its construction in 2014, it's become one of the park's main icons and can be seen from the park's surrounding highways. Named after the park's colourful gecko character who searches for the biggest thrills. At the top of the 80-foot high loading tower, you'll find 4 drop slides, 3 of which feature breakaway boxes. All riders can see each other upright as the countdown begins, not knowing who will drop first. Riders are sent plunging through the colourful tubes constructed in a corkscrew pattern, one of the steepest slides of its kind in Orlando. A brief but incredibly thrilling experience. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. For any of you wondering whether you should visit on your next trip, I'll provide a list of the pros and cons in the description, as well as some of my top tips. Compared to some of the competing water parks in the area, Aquatica definitely has more of a laid-back locals vibe, which I have honestly preferred on my more recent visits, despite not having the strongest attraction lineup, and also despite hearing some horror stories on YouTube. Would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Last thing, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.